All right, my loves. So the other thing that I wanted to address that I also feel is really important to address right now is this whole thing on social media and staying true to ourselves on social media while we are creating content. This is so challenging because you want to perform and you want to show up perfect and you want to show up as this version of yourself that maybe isn't the truest version of yourself. Okay. So let me just speak this out a little bit because I have seen this with myself. So perfection was one thing. I remember the very first video I did, I literally scripted out the whole thing and recorded it like a million times in order to get it right. It was when I first developed my meditation series back in like 2018 or even before that, 2016 maybe. And so it had to be perfect and it had to be scripted, and it just that's how I started, right? Because it's scary to come on. And then of course my online programs and all these other things developed, okay? But what I will tell you, okay, is that what is true for me is to come on well put together. And anytime I've come on and I wasn't well put together or didn't really care about how I looked, which is not true for me. Like, I care a lot about how I present myself to the world. And I think that's incredibly important. Okay. And so anytime I haven't, and I still uploaded the video because I'm like, for whatever reason, just still did. It wasn't my highest truth. Okay. And I didn't feel great about that video because I didn't look great. And I wasn't at like the highest capacity that I knew that I could be in that video or in that post. Okay. And the problem with that, my loves, is when you're not giving it your all or not at your highest capacity, you're going to attract people who aren't the truest match for you. Do you understand? So when you're hiding or when you're shrinking or when you're not showing up, again, in your fullest capacity, you're going to attract people that are less than a match for you. Does that make sense? And so that's why it's important when you're on here and you're attracting clients or doing this work or building a program and getting people in your program, that you show up as authentic as possible. Okay. But here's what's kind of interesting to me. So instead of coming on and shining and being this big, bold, expansive, expressive person that I am, okay, I came on and I shrunk down into perfection, and I shrunk down into a healer, and I shrunk down into these roles that were never actually meant for me. Okay. Because the reality is that I'm a performer and I'm an artist and I'm a writer and I'm expressive and I'm fucking crazy and wild and all of these things that I am. Okay. But I hid all of that to be this passive, timid, good girl, healer thing that I'm not. Okay. That is a part of me, but it is a less expression than the truest highest expression of who I am. Got it? And like the other thing that just came to me is like anytime I'm not in my feminine and I'm in my masculine, or I'm hearted, or I'm bitter. Did I just say hearted? I'm hearted. Oh my God. I almost just snorted right there. I love these videos. Okay. Or I'm bitter about something. First of all, you can see it in my face. And second of all, it's not the truest of me, because who I am is incredibly feminine, incredibly sensual. That's why I love pink and I love like, these soft colors with like some sparkle, and that I love places that have palm trees and places like Mexico and places that are really feminine. Okay. And so, but I love that for me. I don't love those qualities in a partner because I'm that, right? And so my partner and the people I partner up with, they have different qualities. Okay. And so I'm saying all that because sometimes it's like we're actually like not coming on and being this thing that is like a performance. We're actually doing the exact opposite, where we're taking on roles that are less than what we're capable of. Okay, that we shrink ourselves down and we're less than because we're scared, or we've been taught, or we've been in environments where we couldn't be the truth of who we are. We couldn't be the fullest expression, the funniest, the happiest, the sexiest, the boldest. Okay, because we, in order to connect or in order to fit those spaces and places, we had to shrink ourselves down. But the interesting thing about that is in this world of 8 billion plus people and 8 billion plus spaces and places, is that there are people who want that bold, radiant, sexy version of you. Of course they do. You're a match for their clothes and for their company and for that partnership when you're in that highest version of yourself. Okay? So shrinking yourself down doesn't serve you well, and it doesn't serve anybody else well. Okay? And there was a point too where it's like, well, who's she going to be today? Right? But because of fear, because of this thing, we come on and we be something other than we're not. And sometimes that's like this shy, timid, fearful version of myself. That's not who I am. That's not who God made me to be. When I walk with God, I am bold and unstoppable and fierce and full of fire. I'm a rising Sag, my friends. I have so much fire. But it's the fire that's been dimmed, and it's the fire that wanted to be that was extinguished in the past because other people couldn't handle it. And I was in the wrong spaces, places, environment to be able to have that fire and have it fully. Okay? And now when you know that, the greatest thing that you can do to attract all the people that are meant for you is to come on in your boldest, fullest, most authentic expression that you are. That will get you every place that you need to be. That will allow everyone who's meant for you to come in. Your shiniest, happiest, everything version of you. That's what you're meant for, my loves. That's what you're here for. Would love to hear from you. Questions, comments, insights below. Please do subscribe to this channel, and I will see you all again very soon.